You've got two wings of the house. This wing would have been the servants' end. So down there you have the servants' hall and kitchen. At the moment that wing is closed just because with coronavirus restrictions you need a one-way flowing system. But all that you're missing out on is a kitchen, so it's not the end of the world. This wing down here is like the governor's private end of the house. So we'll go to these two rooms and then we'll head down.
Yeah.
So this room first is the butler's pantry.
I want one of these in my
Yeah.
What does butler's pantry mean? Like, is it where they sleep? Or?
Yeah, so the butler would have slept in here, he would have ate his meals in here.
Oh, wow.
Because he was the head of the servants, he got his own room, his own fireplace, all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God!
Oh, no, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Imagine having pad thai on those plates, hey?
Oh my God! So this is where he does all the inventory.
That's right, and also so that he's nice and close to the front door, because it's his job to answer the front door all the time. So that's why he got his own room.
Oh my God! I would love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? That's one of our oldest pieces of that teapot.
Really? My mom collects teapots.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Here, mommy, you can put this in your pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's small, isn't it? Let it fit in my pocket.
You have to freeze them on the... Yeah.
Keep my eyes on you guys.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my God, I should have got here sooner, hey?
We only live here in the Parramatta area. So
Yeah.
we've been meaning to come.
Yeah, well, it's a good day to come and get out.
And I miss the Miss Fisher's boyfriend is
Your
there.
boyfriend's there, man.
Yeah, that was, yeah, that's amazing. We have an exhibition on upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Corey. So you've got all the governors, the 10 governors along.
Oh, so they all live here.
Yeah, that's right.
And is he the first?
No,
I'm so bad in
no,
Australian
so
history, like...
So we start down here. So he is fifth.
Oh, fifth. Okay.
Yeah, but he built the house that's here today.
Okay.
Before him, it was a much smaller house.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, all these people are named after some of the streets in Parramatta.
Are they? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they named them. They named the street, so they said, I'll name it after myself.
It's the school, Arthur Phillips.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's Arthur Phillip.
And yeah, this is just an example to show some of the brick.
Oh,
That's the brick.
Yeah, so that's some of the brick. Yeah.
I'm getting chills, like knowing the history, like it's so close to you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty
like real people made this, and you know.
Yeah, just clay.
Clay bricks.
Yeah.
I love that you guys kept it like.
Yeah.
You know,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's wonderful. It's nice. So then this room behind you here, this is the governor's office, we call it, or the governor's study. So this is where he would, you can pop in.
Come in, yeah. That's where this is where he decides who gets potatoes and stuff, Mum. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
Like the rations?
He does all his official business. Yes, the big hole in the floor. You can step on it too, it's totally safe.
Oh!
I thought it's a secret.
Secret tunnel, yes.
Yeah.
No, we did an archaeological excavation on the house and found the remnants of the original building that was here. So that is the brick from the original building. So we just wanted to show that off. Also, if you come on this side of it, just down there, you've got a cool fossilized tree trunk.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So that's like that's been here since
Is it a boat?
they built it and stuff.
No, it's a tree trunk.
Tree trunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like an alien or something cool, but it's just a tree trunk.
If you guys are naughty, I'll put you in there. You'll have two Asian women at the bottom of the government house. Yeah.
That's right.
You know the colors in there. Is that what it would have looked like in Georgian era, like mint green? Or?
Yeah, so we've tried to recreate use. So we had a conservation team come in who found paint chips in the wall, and so we've tried to recreate what they recommended.
Lovely.
So
Why did you leave your boots here?
that's right, leaving muddy boots there. This is so that's Old Government House up there. So this is what it would have looked like if you were on one of the convict farms looking up to us up on the hill. So
Convict farms is like convicts that own and have their own food and stuff? Or?
More convicts that are farming for the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do farming?
Sorry. Yes, yeah, that's right. And so that's why they kind of built the house here, is to look over the farms. It's a bit of a colonial presence.
Yeah.
Up on the hill.
And the fireplace don't work anymore, does it? No.
No, we don't use the fireplace for anything anymore. But
Yeah.
they're the original ones, so. So now this is where we get down to the governor's private end of the house, and you can tell because the glass is painted to ensure privacy. So
Okay.
the rest of the house is a public building. It's for the public. They can come in and out. They can chat to the governor, obviously by appointment only.
Yeah.
But then this side of the house was their own private little end, so you
Is-
would only be invited in.
Is this where he would have his meetings?
This is where he would have meetings and things like
With
So
that.
this side of the house is for public.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so they would paint the glass and all that to make sure that this was a private end.
Yeah. So, oh my god. What are these?
Then when you sit down to take off your boots.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, so this is what we call the breakfast room. So it's kind of just would have just been a lounge room, a living area, kids to play in, eat some food, have a cup of tea, all that kind of stuff. Beautiful fresh veranda out that way looking over the river. So it was really just a gorgeous room. A couple of interesting objects in
Yeah.
there. That table there with the red couch coming down.
Yeah.
That's a sewing table.
Oh, that's
It has like three kind of distinct parts.
Yeah.
So what it is if you were Mrs. Macquarie and you were sitting there sewing and then there was a knock on the door, you can lift up the top part of the table and quickly put all your mess down into that red pouch.
Oh.
You need one of those for that.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then look very clean, like five ladies
Yeah.
sitting there.
That's what you need.
That is what you need. It would be very
Hide the governor's holy socks.
That's
Yeah.
right, hide everything.
I like that. So that I can like.
The what? Sorry.
The shades.
Yes, yeah. These little poles here on either side of the fireplace, they actually open up to fans. And that was because ladies' makeup at the time was wax-based.
Yeah.
So if you stood too close to the fire, you would start to melt. So you would open up the fan to cover up your face so that you didn't... And even,
That's great.
yeah, even gentlemen they had like wax in their moustache.
Yeah.
So you would open up that fan to cover up your face to make sure that you don't lose your face. Yeah.
What's that little box there? Is that a crib? Like,
That is actually what we call.
Dakota.
Yeah, so it was meant to be like a music box, is what it was
oh,
called.
okay. The one at the corner.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, me too.
But it's more for. No, it's more just for storing like little instruments and little bits and pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like the sewing thing.
Yeah, the sewing table's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
You might find one at St. Vinny's if you're lucky.
Yeah, you could find one.
Yeah. You never know. Like, yeah.
That's the one, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. That cabinet over there under the mirror is really great as well. So that's what we call a cabinet of curiosities. So each of the drawers, if you were somebody like Governor Macquarie who's travelled around the world and collected bits and pieces, shells, insects, natural
that's
history
lovely.
stuff, you would collect it all and put it in those drawers, and then when you had people over and you wanted to impress them, you can show that off.
And is that like a letter writing thing?
Yeah, we call it a writing slope.
Yeah.
And that one you can fold up and then it's like a travelling writing slope.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my god, I want one.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If I win at the lotto, I buy that.
So now we've got the governor's bedroom.
This is bigger than what I thought. It looks so small from outside.
Yeah, it's giant.
Look at
It's-
the bed.
Yeah.
You don't have to put mosquito net.
Yeah, a very small bed.
They must have been shorter back in the day then.
They were shorter, and also they didn't really sleep lying completely flat on your back. You would sleep kind of propped up with pillows behind you because a lot of them had chest problems and things like that.
Okay.
So it's kind of a modern thing to sleep lying flat on the back.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And often too, even married couples would sleep in different beds.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
the giant beds weren't really.
It's too small for two people.
Yeah, it's way too small.
This is where the good time happens, you guys. This is where the fun begins.
Right. And this bed frame is one of our most important objects because it was Governor Macquarie's and he gifted it to one of his sergeants called Sergeant Whalen.
Yeah.
When he was going back to England, he gifted it to him. So there's a gift of friendship, but it also might have been like I can't be bothered taking this back to England, so it had this bed frame.
Yeah.
And the Whalen family donated it to us. So that is.
So did they go back to to England after that?
They did. After he kind of did his time as governor, they went back to England.
How long does that last for? Like,
He was governor for about 20 years. Yeah,
Okay.
so a pretty long time.
and they get appointed by the Queen to be governor?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the king at the time.
The king,
when,
yeah.
when he was it was King George. But yeah, then you get appointed. He is very popular in Australia because he did so much. As you know,
Yeah.
there's so many things that are named after Macquarie.
That's bewilderment.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that popular with British officials because he had a very kind of he got a lot done because he didn't care about your birthright. Like if people had skills, if convicts had skills, he would put them to use. Whereas in England, that kind of went against their morality. So he was very interesting in he didn't care about class as much. He thought, I've got a job to do. I'm going to use people who have skills.
And that's probably how we are culturally. Like it
Exactly
started
right.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
with that Australian kind of
Yeah.
impact.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, he was very interesting.
So when he came back, he wasn't like well loved, and no one.
That's right, which is a bit sad.
Yeah.
But the Australian people loved him.
Yeah.
So he had that.
I'm gonna have to buy a book and read about this man.
Yeah, read about Macquarie.
Yeah.
He's very interesting. Yeah, so this is actually Governor Macquarie's bed here this was his campaign bed, so like a military bed that you can fold up into a little compact thing. Because the reason why Macquarie was really productive and efficient as well was because he was a military man. And that is why they brought him out here, because they thought he could get lots of stuff done. Very small as well. So he often enjoyed sleeping in this campaign bed.
So
instead.
is the metal part still part of the campaign bed?
It folds all the way down into like a little tiny compact thing,
Oh yeah.
which is very
How
impressive.
come they put this
Mosquitoes or something?
Yeah, I guess like a little cover. I guess if you're in like a military like camp, you
Yeah.
want some privacy. This is the toilet.
That's the toilet.
So
Oh.
you got your commode here.
Oh wow, Tita, look. Oh, there you go.
Lucky they've cleaned it.
Yeah.
Um,
I was hoping to get a part of Governor's Macquarie.
yeah. Okay, now
They did not clean it properly.
That's historical poop. That's historical poop, you know.
That's right. It's all part of the history.
That's beautiful. All
And the
right.
great thing about this commode too is that it shows how kind of upper class they were. It folds down. So
Oh,
it
that's
pretends
so
to be
wow.
a chest of drawers instead of a.
So would the butler to that?
Yeah, one of the lower servants.
Yeah.
So one of the lowest servants' jobs would
And they
start
got the
in.
cleaning stuff.
That's right,
The
yeah.
jug and the
That's
wash
right. Little
basin.
jug, wash your hands, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So yes. Very
Do you want one, Mom? We can get. I'll try and make you one. I'll buy some wood from Bunnings. And
I like this.
yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, you want one of those?
She wants one in her bedroom, so she wants to
You're gonna have to get up.